I love this question, talking about have I been there or did I just get all my knowledge from books? And this is a great opportunity for me to explain my story with alcohol. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, my name is Chris Shatek. I had a very unhealthy relationship with alcohol for about 15 years, tried to quit. For the last 5 years, I would start and stop, and I kept going back to alcohol until I finally discovered a way to break free from alcohol in a non-traditional method, not going to AA, rehab, or just white knuckling it. But I found a way to really not only stop drinking, but lose the desire for alcohol. So I just don't want it in my life anymore. It's not that it's a struggle. It's not that, man, I wish I could drink, but I can't, because I didn't want to go through life that way. And, if maybe you've been watching my videos for a long time and you're not sure of my story, let me share it with you. I'd be happy to. So I spent 22 years in the radio industry. I was an on-air DJ, something I'd always wanted to do, and I used to love it. And I was in the country music format. There was a lot of drinking involved in that format, and so I found myself drinking more and more. And before alcohol, I was addicted to gambling, smoking. I was addicted to a lot of things, but alcohol was the thing that really grabbed a hold of me. And the thing with alcohol is I was never it never interfered with my work, really. I was always able to go to work, show up, do all that stuff. Like, to the outside world, it looked like I was crushing life. You never would have really known that I was struggling internally with alcohol, but I was drinking every day, pretty much passing out on my couch. If I had to go a night where I couldn't drink for whatever reason, I'd get all anxious and I would get insomnia and be up all night. It got really bad. That was the only thing that I started looking forward to. And it was a dark place. It was a hopeless place, and I hated that. It was scary. And I didn't know how to be a non-drinker. The thought of not having any alcohol in my life, first of all, scared the shit out of me. Because what does that look like? How am I going to have friends that drink and I don't drink? How am I going to go on a vacation and not drink? What am I going to do to take the edge off when I'm stressed? All these things that I had conditioned myself to believe that I needed alcohol in my life. And now that I figured out a way to get to the other side of this thing, alcohol doesn't hit my radar anymore. It's not appealing. I have no desire for it. I have alcohol downstairs in my house that guests left here, and I don't care. I don't want it. And that's the difference for me, because back when I was a drinker, I thought, all right, if I'm going to stop, what are my options? I can go to AA, rehab, or just, white knuckle and hope that it works. I tried the white knuckling thing for about 5 years. That didn't work. I kept going back to it. I didn't want to go to AA. I knew that approach wasn't going to be for me, first of all, because back when I had a gambling addiction, I went to one Gamblers Anonymous meeting, and I hated it. I just hated it. And the whole thought of calling myself an alcoholic, raising my hand, going to meetings for the rest of my life, just wasn't for me. I didn't think that was a method that was going to work. Focusing on not drinking and talking about it and, going to church basements or wherever and just doing that whole approach just wasn't for me. And I always got to put this out there because I know there's a lot of people in AA and that works for them, and that's great. Nothing against you. But for me, wasn't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work. Not going to do rehab. And so I figured out a way to stop drinking alcohol and lose the appeal for it. And I can talk about that in a different video, but let's just say that, yes, I've been there. I have been in a place where I thought my life was really hopeless, and it was scary. Imagining getting over this thing. What is that going to look like? But now being on, I've been on both sides of this thing, I cannot express to you, and I hope you're still watching, how amazing life can be without alcohol. If you don't believe that, I get it, but I want you to have a little bit of hope. And it changed my life so much that I ended up becoming a life coach and a hypnotist as well, to help other people stop drinking, and not only stop drinking, but get the life that they want. Right? And so now we've helped so many people. Over 100 clients have gone through our Freedom from Alcohol program, and it's worked. And it's not just that. It's people that have just watched me on TikTok, that have watched me on Facebook, that are in our Facebook group, that just got inspired and have stopped drinking. So yes, I've been there. And I think that's one of the things that helps our clients. Like, we're there with you. We're in the trenches with you. It's done with you coaching. We're not going to judge or shame you because we understand exactly where your mindset is at. We know how to flip that, how to get you loving life and not missing alcohol. So, great question. And if you are still watching this, just know that you can have an amazing life without alcohol. All right? Much love to you.